Hello there everyone and welcome back. I'm actually a higher division now, and the weird thing is, I didn't really do that many 1v1 matches to get up to platinum rank. In all seriousness, in the truth of it, all I did was do 2 matches a couple hours ago. These 3 matches right here was from my last video itself, if I'm remembering correctly. I would think that's the case considering I only got 1 win and a bunch of losses to kind of show for my efforts. And a lot of my additional points is kind of from this bonus pool, which is now kind of expended, since I think it even spends this even if I lose my matches. So we're relying entirely on my skill at this point. And hopefully, with the little bit of time I have been playing, since most of the matches I have been playing mostly been 2v2s, a couple other kind of like play styles, just to kind of figure out the nuances. Hell, apparently it's been 4 years since I played 2v2. That's something that needs to be corrected. That looks a little more accurate, if only slightly. Not quite a testament to really refine my skills, let alone build orders, but it is a good way to at least get back into the swing of things. And I'm hopeful maybe my commentary will improve. I am still going to take it slow and steady with the hard lessons I had to learn trying to multitask the commentary and the playstyle. But at some point I'm hoping we can get the glory that is the full-on commentary to explain my mindset once the muscle memory kicks in. Although Adepts are really essential to a lot of early game plays from what I'm seeing with Protoss. So until I learn how to use these new units, it's going to be tricky to do. Alright, it is go time, and we'll face off against a random player, just what I needed. Makes things even more complicated for me. On the plus side though, I think I have a relatively safe way to start. Vaguely. Remains to be seen. What I'm going to do is do the kind of Protoss style opening there where I at least put my first gateway on the front, and then depending on what I scout, maybe I put a second gate along the ramp just to kind of protect me from the mirror match potential of a Protoss versus Protoss. And if I'm facing off against Terran Zerg, maybe I should be okay otherwise, since there are early aggressive plays that involves me expanding on a single gate. Everything's a bit slow again, but that's to be given, I guess. With that said, let's have a look and see what we're up against. Don't leave us suspense, there's no creep, okay, Terran. That gives me some decent info. Now, hopefully if my shields recharge, I can actually kill him. Nope, he's just swapping them out, that's fine. I can't remember if I get a second gas or not. I don't think it matters. I'll just keep this thing roaming around. We did see the gas. I know what to look for. I know what to prepare for at least. If he follows the meta, at least how I understand it, he's probably going to get a Reaper early on. We'll see. To some point, they kind of forfeit, gain to sell it. But I think I like my cells. I don't think I'm going to do that there yet. Actually, we'll go with 2 and 2 since I don't know if this is too early on the gas or not. Nope, he went for Marine. That's fine. I don't think I see anything building yet though. So let's get this going, get ready for our Adept since he is again going. Oh, that's a shame. Not that there's a whole lot I could do and I forgot my pylon, so that's a bit of a shame as well. Since he's only going Marines, I think I can get away with this still. Killed up SCV. I do need pylons still, so this is a little bit sloppy, but at least he doesn't see the expansion just yet. That's kind of the one thing I have going for me here. It's allowing me to be slightly greedy, although the fact that the gateway is not building may be a concern for him. So to help pick this back up, we're going to get production underway. This is a rough start, but it is complemented by the fact that I can get a little bit greedy, if only slightly. I just got to be careful with that said. Since who knows what we're going to be face off against. We didn't see a factory or anything that might suggest fast tech play. Could also be hidden, that's a possibility, but let's get our tech going. Since I have no idea as well what to expect, and I think a hallucination on a sentry at some point would be pretty good for scouting. since I'm not going to have that convenience quite yet.
I am here in the shadows.
And let's boost this up quickly so maybe these get built before the warp gate. Everything's a bit out of whack, I'm not really happy with it, but this could still be good for me if I play it right.
Research complete.
Yeah, the warp gate worked out, that timed out pretty decently. Just don't know what to expect just yet. I didn't see expansion or anything of the sort. Now we'll get our double forge and get ready for possible airplay. Possible airplay, that can likely happen here, which is why I need a good handful of stalkers at the ready. Don't know if it's as effective as I make it sound, but it's good for provide vision, early warning, and a bit of a deterrent. Now, forges are about to build. I think, again, these Twilight Councils are a little premature, since I'm not using anything with it just yet. I can easily jump up the High Templar and maybe make value of it, but I really question going double forges and melee Twilight Council. That's not quite the most optimized, to my liking at least. I can still make use of it though, it's not terrible yet. Now, moment of truth. Let's get some scouting going. Just some intel would be nice. I do need to save my energy just in case though. Saw the High Templar Council, so I'll happily take the scan. And once I get a read, I can judge if I want to expand again or not. Need more gateways though with that said, and my supply is about to max out. So bunker and all that, it wasn't the best scan, but I did check the third. At least what I hoped would be the third. Still needs to be ready for anything sneaky. Now we can actually get our charge lofts, our speed boost for my zealots. And get our High Templar out. I need more gateways too, since I am kind of limited with my gateway numbers for this kind of stage of the game. Oop, that wasn't what I want.
Engaging the enemy.
Okay, lots of Marines. I think I know what I'm doing then. It's a good thing I'm getting robotics facility. I know this kind of play style to an extent. I just gotta be mindful for what I may have issues with. Actually, if I'm gonna expand, I might as well have the cans over here. That would be the thought process. 1-1's about to finish, so we'll keep those upgrades going. And that finished at a bad time there. That was unfortunate. He went straight for the front door. I do have armor still. I can get a bunch of cells. They don't quite have charge yet though. That's a bit unfortunate. I was probably being a little bit too greedy there. I thought I had the expansion going. But he is going bio build. I have surplus of resources still to use. I just had no anti-air to kind of reliably deal with the medevacs, which heal his units at the same time. So that's a bit of an issue with that. I'm just surprised at the front door type of attempt, and that was just badly timed. If this upgrade was available for that attack, that would have made a huge difference, since there's a lot of fast, rapid-fire type of attacks after all. I think we can still salvage this. It is a rough start for me, though, needless to say. So I think what I do, actually, sneak up this expansion elsewhere. Get my Colossus building. And I have gas for more Templar. Make sure I have Storm at the ready. I need 200 gas still for that, though.
We shall stand.
Maybe I should have got those cans after all. They actually would have helped quite a bit there. Although the timing would have been really bad either way. So supply is still perfectly fine though. It's just the delay. It wasn't like anything was really killed. as far as worker count, so I'm okay with that, and I got way too many workers now on the gas. So let's fix that too. Oh yeah, and that's about to finish. I should probably, yeah, should probably build a warp prism, or at least I can get that ready for any actual pushes I might do. And we'll go straight for the Stalkers, since they complement the Colossus really well. I just need the gas now, which is alleviated. I just need 200 gas, though.
Our minds are my charge.
Gotta be mindful, probably has a surge, that can be a bit of a problem. And the drop potential is real too, which maybe my opponent knows how to utilize. Hopefully these cans can deter him. At least really scare him off, or if not, just straight kill the dang things. Oh, and I didn't get my storm yet, that's a bit of a mistake, which means these Templar are useless as they currently are. Now I want a warp prism from you. And at least that scares them a little bit, is what that at least does for me. Can I at least get some workers over here? Oh yeah. Apparently that was part of my gas problem there. I accidentally pulled units that weren't supposed to be off gas.
Mineral field depleted.
I just need scouting intel now, which is going to be tricky to do. Oh, he's... So he's going for his push now there. Let's try and get ready for that.
I am here in the shadow.
I do have my 2-2 upgrades still. And we'll let the shields recharge. Because you want to focus down this Colossus, right? Yeah, sadly, that was brutal. Maybe that slowed it down more than it did. It's just a shame. That's a shame. The timing was a bit off on both the Colossus and upgrades. Since who knows how much of a world difference that would have made. Eh, well. Let's get the bad one out of the way and try and improve our game some. That's the hope anyway. Oh. At the start of next season, I don't care about that. Next season's not till the end of September, or November rather. So we have plenty of time for that. Let's just try and get more optimized. This time around, Protoss mirror match, and at least I know what I'm going into. It's a question of if I can use the Adepts properly or not. That's going to be the big trick, since I'm going to have to focus a lot of effort into knowing the hotkeys and let alone the timing of their phase shift. Since I can cancel it, and there is a bit of a wind up before it actually teleports too, which can make it complicated. And this is supposed to be my sir, right? I think so. I think so anyway.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Don't leave me in suspense. I know the timing there. But supposedly that means everything is sort of optimized then, maybe? Remains to be seen. Let's just make sure we get our double gates prepared and going. And get started with our possible Adept aggression, since I kind of failed horribly on trying to do that earlier. So let's see if we can correct that this time around.
You have not enough minerals.
And I think the plan is to stick with single gate, since that'll give me the 100 gas I need for the Adepts and my warp gate. And this is potential here for me.
Your probes are under attack.
Potential, since he doesn't really wall off, so it could mean good things for me. Could. Remains to be seen though. Just keep spying and keep getting intel. And the idea is to use a pylon there to block off any early Adepts. Is the idea, but with him only a single gate, I almost want to go with Stalkers and go super aggressive, since the Adepts aren't very good against Stalkers in general.
Your probes are under attack.
I gotta keep in mind, this pylon needs to be built too, if I'm gonna fuel my efforts.
Your probes are under attack.
The only downside is I don't have gas for the warp gate just yet, so this may not be as effective as I wish it to be. Since I could have done this with the Adepts, since I would have had the gas there that way. So hopefully the second geyser does what I need of it. And I lost my forward probe, so I'm not going to be able to get a forward pylon really easily for this aggressive push. But come on, I'm close to my 50 gas. Close. Close enough for considering a single gate. The thing I need to be careful of is I'm still going to be outgunned, since the travel distance is so fast, after all. I don't know if I want to commit to this, though. How much do I want to commit to this attack? Since I still want to get expansion, I want to punish any greedy plays, is the idea. It's really the idea. It's hard to do when I'm constantly building stalkers, mind you. And having to build pylons as well. And this is the greedy play I'm talking about there. That is the greedy play I'm referring to. At least this will supply block him, sort of. That's the hope. This times out almost perfectly. I think we are committing to an all-in type of play. Almost. Oh, actually, I could technically get a Nexus up. I have the supply for it right now. Just deny him his supply, and if I could kill the Nexus, that'd be great. Maybe I should be going up to attack, but if I destroy these 3 buildings, that's all good. He is going to get the numbers, though, so I gotta be mindful of that. But as we see, that's not an issue yet. Let's just make sure we keep building the process. This is free damage, I will happily take it. I gotta watch for potential Dark Templar flank maneuver at this point now. Since that ramp is really scary for obvious reasons, never mind the force fields we witnessed before. Oh. Well, that's fine. You don't have an expansion there, I have an army. And now... Sadly, I burnt all my supply there. That's a bit of a shame. But we're on even footing still. It's a question of the tech that might be a concern. Now, this is good. Let's at least see what we're up against. Yeah, there's the force field there. I could force it, but I'm not going to do that. And I need pylons too, apparently. Oh well, it looks promising. The only thing that could probably screw me over is really aggressive, like, backdooring potential here, so I need some cannons and a shield battery to help with that. Since he should not be able to overpower me just yet. Since this is all technically on 2-gate pressure, I may have over-committed with my teching to a little bit too much, needless to say. And my forge... Oh, my forge never built. That's kind of what I need. I'm getting way ahead of myself to an extent. To the point I'm trying to build advanced structures instead of the shield battery, which is what I want.
We are one with the shadows.
Now I think we're all set here. Just gotta get the gas going. We're looking in really good shape. Still feels sloppy on my end, trying to manage everything. But we have upgrades going. We will have cannon up in a moment to help with DTs and Dark Templar shenanigans. And my observer... I'm trying to figure out where my observer is, because it is a dang invisible unit after all. I know I built an observer. Where are you hiding? Good God, this is going to get irritating. Thank God there's a button to kind of spot everything. So where were you hiding? Oh. Well, that works. Now we do the same here. Deny the Dark Templar to the best of our ability, if not airplay. Those are like the 2 likely things that can screw me over a good amount. To the point I may want to try something even greedier. And at least get ready for a potential surge really quickly. Since going up there is really risky, obviously said. Blink will help alleviate that some, but I'm going to get vision and some intel. See what we're up against. We will let him have his natural.
Research complete.
Now, what research was that? Blink, okay. I'm good on that regard. I don't think there's any point to get, like, High Templar just yet, or Dark Templar. Since, again, we're stuck trying to break a one-wall base. So, robotics facility, that's all I know there. What else? It looks like he dropped everything down. Wow, did he actually not build any units, or did he just bring them down? So I could probably just kill him right now, if I were to be honest. That is looking mighty tempting right now. It's just a shame I don't have the gateways to properly fuel this attack. It's going to be basically the opposite end of what we saw before, with my Terran opponent destroying my base. So those immortals are going to be a bit of a pain, but I am currently building my own as well. I just don't know where they went. Oh, did I not build more immortals? Oh, they... I think that's okay there. I have potential to just kill him right now. Let me just try for sniping, though. And having some cells actually is helpful in this regard. That's just awful placement for my warp prism, with that said.
You require my skills. Death comes to cold is the void.
Just cancel. Try and get some free damage in. Oh yeah, pylons too, that's always good. And I should get some more. I need High Templars actually. I'm undervaluing them a little bit because they have one ability I'm not considering. That's the fact they can destroy force fields. The Archons can anyway. I'm kind of undervaluing them a tiny bit. Oh, and I didn't realize my probes would be building here. Did I get them stuck in the... No, I didn't. Well, it helps with me building up reinforcements. You know, this could work to my advantage some. I'm gonna build some batteries or shield batteries to help kind of like be aggressive.
It shall be as you say.
That way they can recharge my units some.
You have not enough minerals.
I probably need charge lots, mind you. And I kind of moved my... I was gonna say that, and then I moved my probes away, didn't I? I'm really doing well playing ahead, but I like this idea a lot. Just have a forward position handy. Fine, we're trading zealots for zealots, I'm fine with that. Although I don't know why he destroyed that by accident. But these Archons will do a lot here in this exchange, because they destroy force fields. And they're also massive units. Well, massive units and destroying things are the same thing, and they're really good at dealing with these immortals. I just wish I had sentries of my own to kind of like deal with this. Well, we almost won this. Almost. Let's not get cocky yet. Although that should have been with my dang warp prism, mind you, so that's the only downside there. And my probe died as well. But we have the power advantage. We even have level 2 weapons to emphasize my point. I just have no Archons just yet. And these cells are amazing at deterring the Immortals since they take so much less damage. Alright, so that is technically the opposite end of what we saw when I went up against Terran. To a vague extent. It was a mirror match, mind you, but I denied his economy at the natural so well that I just managed to build up. So you got to kind of see both sides of the mirror. Or both sides of the picture, I suppose is the proper term, isn't it? And it worked out pretty well. Again, pretty sloppy, I won't lie. Those shield batteries actually would have been really handy, since my Archons, if they were close enough to the shield batteries, are basically all shield units. They have no actual hit points to them. So they're like the perfect units to benefit off that, to an extent at least. But they worked out well at denying the force fields of the sentries at least. I just wish I had done that better. But that's going to be a normal theme with how I see things anyway. So we're playing our random player, who apparently is trash, or so his clan tag is trash. That's all I can really judge from that. I shouldn't pull, or I should be ready for anything. I just wish I knew what the map was. Lost and found. We played it a handful of times, I just would like an image. Alright, it's this one here. Now let's get our... I'm using location hotkeys basically for to quickly traverse those areas when at will. It's really convenient, I'm just really bad at utilizing them the best.
You have not enough minerals.
Now let's get our extra 5 minerals there, and go scouting. See what our opponent is. I could probably delay my scout, mind you, but I don't know the nuances enough to really make that as a safe call just yet. And this is too early, isn't it? Well, not quite. It's decent enough. Now, by the time we're ready to make our second gateway, we'll know what we're up against. That's the idea anyway. It's going to be another 10-15 seconds before we actually find out, though. Don't leave in suspense there, our trash player, our unknown barcode player. Let's see what you're capable of. Oh, Zerg. I think I could stay on a single gas. I'm not really used to doing a single gate against Zerg. Fast expand at that. And I didn't see no gas, and I don't see anything here yet. And since I didn't see a pool, or at least speedlings, I should be able to get away with this. Well, they could be hanging in the back. Oh. So, this is going to be interesting. He's one of those cheesy players.
That must be placed on a Vespine geyser.
I think. I don't know what to make of this. I honestly don't know what to make of this. But let's get ready. This is going to be weird, needless to say.
My life for iron. You must construct additional pylons.
Well, it stalls them. Although I wish I had made pylons more, that would have been nice too.
Command me. We are the blades of iron.
This is getting weird. It helps me get my extra cell out though, but my cell just died though, so this is not over yet. Not yet. If only I had got that properly. He is not currently building right now though. So long as I could keep building, I'm fine. Although I should have held position with the poor thing, since it's not really that cell didn't really do a whole lot just yet. Yeah, that's brutal. If I had got the second pylon, that would have been pretty good. Oh well. Not much you can do about that. Again, my own sloppy play, and I should have held position with that one cell. That would have at least kept that pylon alive a lot longer. It's a lot to take in. There's a lot of crisis management to do. Just means we can get a 4th match in, so that's always a bonus, right? Alright. Protoss vs Terran. We'll see if I can actually improve my game there. Since the build order isn't really all that drastically different, it's just the placement, maybe the gateway. Doesn't really rely on being on the ramp so much like I did before. And I was so damn close, I still would have been interested to see how much more different that would be. Since keep in mind, how armor works is it's a flat damage reduction of 1 point per armor difference. And since the Marines do like, I think, 5 points of damage, no, 6 points of damage, and my cells already had 1 point armor, and with my my sentries and giving that guardian shield for additional 2 armor, those Marines would have been doing 2 points of damage to me. And I'm getting way too excited. I forgot my pylon. This is part where trying to commentate is a bit of a huge liability for me. But if I win, it makes it all the more sweeter, right? Potentially. It just means my build order is slow. That's the only problem there. So it's going to be tricky to do anything aggressive. I'm going to be relying more on the defensive, which is not something I want to do, ideally. But we'll get a read of what our opponent's doing beforehand. Before I make those kind of judgments. Since Adepts are still pretty good, much the way to go. No gas just yet. Okay, there it is. So it remains to be seen, Reapers or not. Which is like their scout unit that can actually jump over ledges and all that. So there's something I need to be mindful of. Oh, don't know why I have 2 probes, but that's fine. It's only a slight delay. And I wonder if... Let's see, you're building a unit right now, so it could be a Reaper. We'll keep an eye out for that. And if I remember correctly, the Adepts are really good against Reapers too, since they just straight up beat the Reaper. It's a pretty micro-intensive kind of battle, though. Well, this is gonna scare you. Kill our worker. Yep, it is a Reaper. Kind of what I expected there, to an extent. I did lose my probe, but I got some good intel there, and this at least keeps the Reaper at home. And I have supply, I have overabundance of workers right now, so let's fix that. And get ready with our own expansion. This is going to be a tricky part, learning how to micro against the Reaper. Especially with Adept I haven't tried with yet. Just kill these guys. I'm getting my value regardless. And if this Reaper still dies, that's an amazing bonus. Since his expansion is a little bit delayed. I am going to lose this, unfortunately. Yeah, it was close though, but at least that does well for me. Arguably, well. Still a question what kind of tech we're up against, mind you, so I'll delay on the Forge for now. I don't even know why I'm building this Twilight Council again. I want to start building towards Templars, I think what's going on. I just don't know if that was the right choice or not. Robotics facility is fine, but having the Twilight is really questionable since it really unlocks tech for me, is really all it does.
To glory. We are where yes, Executor.
So you scouted? You didn't really scout though, is the thing. So someone got scared to an extent. And we'll get our double forges in a moment. I just want to see what you're fielding right now. Since I don't think he's seen anything up above, didn't see the robotics facility or anything, just panicked with the phase shift. So I like to think I did that well. It's uncertain though at the moment. Since I think he can jump up here too with the Reaper. So that's something to be very mindful of and cautious of. Now we're slightly oversaturated, so let's throw some more workers over here.
You have not enough.
I am here.
Now I have nothing for this dang robotics facility, with that said. Kind of funny, I feel like I'm really sloppy even though my economy is really good at the moment. At least my current resources. So let's just get around, make sure there's no greedy third, with that said. Get my double forges ready. And I do have too many pylons as far as the supply count suggests, but I can live with that. Let me just make sure these gates are actually grouped properly so I can build up an army and not suffer the same fate as last time. Okay, Mirage, so it looks like a bio-type force. Like, by bio I mean like infantry units and not really mechanized units like tanks. So this works in this case. I can get my Colossus finally. I better scout quickly, since these turrets are going to spot my observer if I get into vision. And I didn't need that charge if I'm going to go with Stalkers and Colossus, sadly.
I am here.
Let's see what's in here. medevac, so yeah, this is pure bio, but I did lose my observer, sadly. Let's at least get ready for expansion. I'm well oversaturated here, but judging by the number. Gotta get ready for my Colossus, and let's see, that's about to build, so let me actually get my resources ready for it. Okay, there's the Reaper from earlier. It does regenerate its health, which is why it's at full health currently. And sadly, Charge Lot's not going to be useful until later, but he does know there's a third coming up. So maybe what I do is an early warning pylon, with that said. And also, I'm forgetting an important upgrade. Extended Lance's extended range for my Colossus is going to be pretty good too. Oh, now I'm supply block. How conveniently timed, huh? Although, I guess that means my army's pretty good. Gotta start spending the gas, that's what my forges are gonna be for. Time to go double forge, finally. And then maybe I can go into Dark Templars really soon. I'm gonna have to cancel that, alas. I'm not gonna be able to defend that. I'll wait till the last second. Because I think this Colossus is more important. Gain the army for the Colossus. So I'm okay with that. I got most of my money back, so it's not a big deal yet. No, I think what we do is try and cut him off. I think that's what I'm going to attempt to do. It remains to be seen if that's a good idea or not.
Research complete. Mineral field depleted.
Can I cut him off? Not if I'm going to split up like this, damn it. This would be a terrible idea if he saw that because of the sensor nets.
You must construct additional pylons.
Still more pylons, which is a bit unfortunate. That ruins my Colossus timing.
Mineral field depleted. Research.
And they have a third, so now let me get ready for my big timing attack, I guess. I was hoping to intercept that army. I probably could have done a lot of damage, especially since the important thing I didn't realize is there's no actual medevacs. That's a big thing to note there. And I don't actually need an additional, Oh wait. I'm trying to do two things at once, it's not working out well. What was my train of thought again? I do not need the additional speed on... I did not need an additional robotics facility, I think. I was thinking maybe getting a warp prism. And that's going to be important there for allowing me to reinforce my army. But if I'm going to go Archons to help complement my splash and damage, or rather Templar, that I won't need them as much. I just need to be able to get a window to attack. So let's... I'm pretty certain he has a third there now, so let's be ready for that. Since he is getting Vikings... Now, this time I am going to commit to an aggressive attack, counterattack. I have this Colossus fort. You can keep punishing my third, but at the end of the day, his army's kind of out of position.
Engaging the enemy.
I need to be able to do damage, though. Well, that's a... Oh, there they are. I can at least get the kills I want. There, this kills his army. I did not want that auto attack, but my Colossus can't actually shoot anything, that's why. So that was not for him. I just don't have the reinforcements I would like. By that I mean my warp prism to help reinforce easily. Because I would like to kill these things, but it's not going to work out very well, is it? There. Killing those Vikings are really important, since there are a lot of his gas type units, and I have way too many resources right now. I did kill his army, now I just gotta deny him his expansions and his structures.
Mineral field
That was a good attack there, but he immediately had to reinforce, it looks like.
Complete the cycle.
Now let's keep these upgrades going, get Templar going. And like I said, maybe I switch to Disruptors next. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, I'm not gonna lie.
Skills.
But it could be something I'm willing to do. And all the while, let's get our expansions all set up.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Oh, Hellion, I'll kill you happily.
Our pylon is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Ooh, tanks. Sure, make this easy for me. I just gotta make sure I intercept them, kind of like before.
For now.
Now, can we kill the tanks off? That's the big question. Since, again, I don't have the units I want. That was more of a trade than anything else, though. Now, can we do the burst damage with the Disruptors? That's something I would really like to do here.
State thy bidding.
Research complete.
There, we can kill this. Let's get our Templars finally. And all the while get our dang units all built. This is going to be a rough transition because I'm not familiar with this. Yeah, this is even worse because I just left the Warp Prism to die almost. That would have been really embarrassing if that had died. Since what this transition does is the Vikings suddenly become useless. Suddenly become useless, although I need to keep building units. And I have way too many units here. Go figure. I don't think they're trades that are really in my favor, mind you.
Consciousness awakened.
But we are getting Disruptors now. We do have one more Colossus to kind of be a threat. And he's switching to tanks, let's keep that in mind. Which, conveniently, this helps me to some extent.
I live on.
And now we're getting high on supply. And I gotta keep my eye on my supply count too. That's gonna be a bit of a problem.
You require more Vespine gas.
I do have storms, I just need army. And I need the economy too, since haven't really been able to get any aggression going. But I can at least start preparing. Although... Come on, give me my Templar, damn it! There. That worked out well. I did not use my Disruptors. The important thing to note, there's too many sub-units with abilities. I messed it up horribly.
Your demand. Vespine geyser exhausted.
Now let's try this again, a little bit better. Although these things are a little bit annoying, needless to say.
You have not. Ancient glory reborn. There to find.
Let's try... I can't even kill the expansion, so that's a shame.
It is known. I live on.
Now Templar, let's get some more Templar for Storm.
More Vespine gas.
And then we'll get ready for another transition, if I can do this right. Okay, I just tabbed once to get my Disruptors. Currently I have Archons. Actually, let me just turn the Archons now. They won't actually help me though. It won't help me as much as I make it sound. But we have minerals going, we need more gas. Alright, show me your worst. Liberation Stone, that's fine. He's going into mech, which means I can deal with this. That was the wrong unit, mind you. In the wrong location. With that said... Damn it. My Disruption Stones isn't failing me, are they? No, run my little Disruptors. I don't know how to take that. Was that good? Was that bad? I don't know anymore. This is a whole new world for me and I'm terrified. Also, I have reinforcement zealots. It was not planned, but I'll take it.
My charge.
I gotta keep in mind that's a planetary fortress too, but so long as I can keep expanding, keep my economy going, I should be okay. The downside of mech is that it's really slow, it's really hard to get pressure going. And I'm about to get my level 2 upgrades done, so that's pretty good. Only thing I need to do is make sure there's no expansion of some kind that I'm not privy to. And I have a single Disruptor left still. So let's get ready to try and get aggressive. Also, Dark Templar. And I think I'm okay going back into Colossus to kind of encourage him to keep building those Vikings. Let's just get building still. He was tempted to do a harassment and aggression early on, but now that he's gone mech, he can't really do this. Doesn't really have the same luxury. Now, I think it's time to start transitioning the air. I don't know. So that's unfortunate there. And I do have a recall ability. That was not the best use of it, mind you. But so far, no tech's being destroyed yet. He's just supplementing that to kind of help get his more tanks, more mech. Sadly, it did cost me a third and who knows how many probes, but... Oh, I already got level 3 done, okay. For some reason I thought I didn't. Maybe? I don't know what to believe anymore. Oh, I did lose my robotics support bay, so that's kind of okay. It's kind of okay. Let's just keep storming and killing these things. A little bit awkward, but it's going well. Well, this is a really messy match. Hopefully you're enjoying it, although it involves me frantically going everywhere. So it's not enjoyable for me. Sort of. Now, where's my immortals? Ooh, I got a warp prism, that's convenient. And now I did not use my trump card yet, my special card, which is the Dark Templar, which I need gas for. So let's get rebuilding. Let's get rebuilding, I need that gas. Since his economy hasn't really been hindered all that much yet, so I need to work on that some. Now this involves controlling more units that I'm not used, that are all in a hot single group. But I do have good upgrades still, I just need to start sneaking airplay of my own. He could starve out eventually if I'm so lucky.
Mineral field depleted.
I just gotta be smart about this. Since I got early warning here, I just gotta remember my Disruptors. We are getting better trades. That's what this is telling me. We just need to make it a push work.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
We need a push that works. For this to really matter. There, and I think we got it. Dark Templar contributing, sort of. Although my units are kind of spread out right now. Let's get this crisis management underway. We have more economy build. Oh, and I have a probe up here. I should be using that.
I'm here in the shadows.
More Archons. Let's get back to Disruptors. Oh wait, I need to support Bay for that. So now, that's where it's punishing me a bit. This is going to get sloppy. What I need to do is start building cannons to start delaying him. Those storms are amazing value though. And if I'm planning to eventually go air, I should get some oracles. I was thinking maybe Tempest, but since he's kind of like pushing aggressively, I don't think I need to worry so much. I just need fission. I need early warning. That is truly what I need, to know when he's doing something I don't want.
Mineral field depleted. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Is under attack.
Now, gotta find my Stalkers. We're keeping our Colossus alive. It forces him to keep building more Vikings, is what it does. So I will happily keep killing them. I just gotta remember to put you in a hotkey finally. Since it just dawned on me, you're in different group.
We shall stand against the darkness.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
I'm ready to move my life for iron. The merging is complete.
Now, let's finish this up.
Upgrade complete.
This is really intense and really difficult for me to control, but I hope, if nothing else, this is making for an enjoyable match. Now I just gotta remember my economy. And I have an oracle. Let's start using that for good measure.
Embrace the glory of battle.
Mineral field depleted. You require more.
Storms are really important. Oh, and I unloaded units I didn't mean to, so...
Templar.
Free units is always nice, but they could have been useful. Okay. That is what I need to know. Thank you, Oracle. Unintentionally, you're like MVP right now.
Our minds are as one.
Now, Storm already. Damn it, Storm! You're taking forever to Storm. This is taking a lot more effort than I like, and I just lost my Warp Prism because I couldn't ungroup it from the rest of my army, as weird as it may sound.
You require more Vespi gas.
But I got more Colossus. Where are they going right now? I need to keep an eye on them so they don't get sniped.
We shall stand against Kassal data. My life for iron. Our minds.
Just deny him his economy. That's the important thing I can do here. And now we're going to use a recall ability. Maybe a horrible idea since my entire army isn't actually here right now. But at least I can sandwich them really well, and they have no medevacs. So this is not as problematic as it could be right now.
We shall stand against the
And now he's going to get pincered. He didn't kill any workers, and really all I need was the gas, more so than anything else. And I'm doing a bad job using you. I apologize, Oracle.
glory of battle.
Actually, I could deal with you. Just storm like I want this time. Thank you. Since you're an easy way to deal with the SCVs. Victory! We outlasted them. That is the moral of that match. Was it good? Was it sloppy? I couldn't tell you. I just hope, if nothing else, you enjoyed that spectacle, since it is really damn hectic. And we got a bit of a promotion as a result. That was fun, damn intense. It is the reason I love Starcraft II. I just wish I had done that better. Like, using the DTs, doing the warp prism to drop and harass the mineral line, although, to be fair, my opponent had really early missile turrets, so that was really difficult to do. It would be really difficult and dangerous to do, try to flank in a drop, whereas my opponent had that convenience by sniping my third multiple times. But what a way to end off there. Can I at least say I'm getting better? If only slightly?